right, Shalom. We want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh.
It belongs to our teachers, the apostles, and elders of the Muslim. The salutations to you walking, the salty listening, pushing for the truth and sincerity, and if you walk it as well, just listen with sincerity. All right, today, just coming back at you guys through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. And this is going to be various topics, all right, and basically, flowing in the spirit and see where the spirit takes it in this lesson. But we know right now, in our area, what's going on right now with the smoke, with the forest fires. Okay, now it's hit Montreal, Quebec. Okay, even here, all the way here to Ottawa. And these are the things that Esau's doing in order, to further push, him bringing that chaos and then order out chaos. Okay, that's why scriptures also tell us not to be ignorant of Satan's devices, man. Okay, because previously when it was going on in New York, he was saying, it's happening around Canada. But here, when we're here, we weren't seeing no smoke in the skies like that, man. Like what was happening in New York. Okay? But now, now you see shit, smokes everywhere, man. To the point when you're breathing the air, man, it's like you're breathing in smoke.
Yeah, Khan. You got it? Khan. Luke 21, and I'm going to start at 1. It says, "And he looked up and saw the rich man casting their gifts into the treasury. And he saw also a certain poor widow casting in thither 2 mites. And he said, Of a truth I say unto you, that this poor widow has cast in more than they all. For all these have of their abundance cast in onto the offering of the Most High. But she of her pearly had cast in all the living that she had. And it says, verse 5, and as some spake of the temple, how it was adorned with goodly stones and gifts, he said, As for these things which ye behold, the days will come, in the which there shall not be one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. That's talking about 70 AD. You see what happened to the temple, how it was destroyed by the Romans, man. Vespasian, and who was the Titus, how they besieged Jerusalem, our temple, our city, and basically destroyed it. So Yahushua was speaking about prophecy, but the point is a bit later. I'm going to keep going. Verse 7, it says, and they asked him, saying, it says, and they asked him, saying, Master, but when shall these things be, and what shall be what will be? It says, and what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass? And he said, Take heed that ye be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and the time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Then said he unto them, Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven.
Yeah, and that's the signs that Yahushua has given before his coming, man. And we see, the rumors of wars, all right, the earthquakes in diverse places, signs in the skies. You can even say this current, thing that's going on that Esau is doing, that's kind of like a sign of the Lord, coming back, man.
Right.
Because we know before, this kingdom goes down, Esau has to come down, have a great wrath, man. So he's going to, create all types of scenarios where that, he could basically come and, bring in his troops and, be the savior, because that's his MO, that's how he works. But the point of the precept is that what? The Lord's going to give signs, man. Signs that we have to be watchful for to know where we're at.
Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore be not unwise, but understand the will of the Most High. And be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Holy Spirit. Maybe be filled with the Spirit.
Yeah, we gotta walk circumspectly, man. Meaning what? Being, scopeo, watching everything, man. You know, like scriptures say, anything great or small, you gotta watch it. You gotta see, man. Being not ignorant of a small thing, nor of a great thing, man. You know, all things we have to watch, man. We shouldn't be sleep. We're not in the times to sleep, all right. Sleeping and meaning what? Being in the world and consuming all this facade. Okay, Romans 13 tells you it's high time to awake out of sleep, man. Meaning what? You wake out of sleep and you watch, man. Watch where you're at. All these other people, they're walking in darkness. They don't know where they're stumbling. Okay, but us, we have to conduct ourselves, outside, conduct ourselves not like them. Okay, in lack of better words.
Put on as the elect.
Come on.
Yes, you have something, Shakur?
Oh no.
Luke 21 and 33. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and the cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares. For as a snare shall it come upon all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. Watch ye therefore, and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man.
Yeah, it says to watch, and how do you watch? Hey, with the scriptures and with news, man. Hey, you gotta watch the news too, man. Don't be, hey, we know what's in the news. Esau, he gives people what he wants to give. Regardless, you still have to watch the news, man. There's alternate outlets. You gotta watch these things, man. Because Jake, they don't like anything that's that galvanize their mind. They don't. If it's not like 15 seconds or 20 seconds, they don't want to hear about it. If the article is too long, they don't want to read it. But you got to read these things. You got to watch the news and see where you're at, man. Not only be being involved in the sport world. When's the next fucking Super Bowl or the next basketball championship? No, man. That's Jake's news. Speaking to Jake, that's not within the sanctuary. Their news is the sport world or the celebrity things, whatever that Esau gives them to blind their mind. That's what they focus on. Outside of that, man, if it's like a national news, things like that, man, they're not really into it, That's why you can't really have a conversation with them that's edifying. It's always gonna go back to, oh, did you see the last game, bro? The game last night, Brown went hard, But hey, like the brother read, we have to be watching. How you watch was again the scriptures and also news that's happening in day-to-day life, man. We are watchmen, are we not? Ezekiel 3 tells you how that we're watchmen. We were supposed to watch, and tell our people their sins, roughly paraphrasing, man.
Yeah. 2 Ezra 9:1. It says, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Yeah, and that's how we know we're close, because we're measuring the times. Once again, how do you measure the times with the scriptures? How it tells you in Revelation, that's that reed, that measuring stick. Okay, we're this close, we're that close. We don't know the specific date, but the Lord gave signs. Just like when you're going on a road trip, you see the how you call those things? The signs of 15 kilometers till you arrive to this town, or I don't know, California. And the closer and closer you get, the mileage goes down. And then you say, oh, welcome to California. We're almost to that. Welcome to Jacob's trouble. We're that close, man. Because what? Once again, we're measuring with the scriptures, man.
Matthew 24 and 42. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched, and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Therefore be ye also ready. Okay, we don't know when Yahushua is gonna come back, but we are expected to be ready. It's not like we're it's not like we're in darkness and we don't know the signs. Okay, the Lord gave us everything that was needful for us to be ready. Like the brother said, the signs. Okay? So now we're seeing that we're getting closer and closer and closer to salvation. Okay? So again, therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh.
I'll send you back here real quick. This is Matthew 24 and verse 36. It says, "But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only." See, of that hour, even Yahweh Shai doesn't know, man. The angels don't know. The top angel, the archangels, Michael, Raphael, all they don't know. Only Yahweh knows, man. He has a specific date on his calendar, all right, to let Yahweh Shai go and come deliver his elect, you know. So with that being said, you know, even us, we don't know. That's why it's important to stay on the watch. That's why it's important to it says, was that in Habakkuk?
Yeah.
I will stand upon my watch. That's why it's important to stand upon your watch and see where you're at, man. You know? Lest that day comes upon you as a thief, man. You don't want to get caught up like a thief, man. You know? What is that?
First Thessalonians 5:1. But of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
Yeah, we know that the day of the Lord is coming as a thief, man. That's what Apostle Paul said that. You know, I don't need to write unto you, right? When Yahushua was in the scene, he was prophesying about these things. Furthermore, the prophets before Yahushua prophesied about these things that's supposed to happen, right? Jeremiah was prophesying Babylon. You know, well, Jeremiah thought what? It was the current Babylon that he was in that these things were going to happen. But really, all those things that were written was for now, man. You know, the major prophecies, because of course there were certain prophecies that already took place back then. But you know, the things pretty, Babylon being destroyed, being lit on fire, man. Okay, it's pertaining to this Babylon, man, the Babylon 2.0. You know, that's what scriptures tell you about. Many righteous men and prophets desire to see the things which you see and have not been able. Right? Only our eyes are blessed to see these things, because those things were written for us for these times, man. You know, that's why also scriptures tell you whatsoever was written aforetime was written for your knowledge and understanding, man. For what? For you to prepare yourself, man. You know, that's how you prepare yourself, by taking heed unto the scriptures. You know, it doesn't say for no reason that wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of your times, man. What do you think we're going to be stable? Because we're going to understand what's going on, man. You know, we've been reading the playbook, you know. It's just like with any sport, you know, before you go play the game, you know, you got to practice the plays, right? For you to be sharp on the ball court. Yeah, that's what we're doing now, man. You know, we're reading the play, man. We're practicing, you know, in the hyperbolic chamber, you know, as brothers say.
Verse 3. For when they shall see peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
And Salaka, you know, we are in that peace and safety right now, are we not, man? You know, currently before this, you know, C-19 was happening, global catastrophic event. You know, people were losing their marbles, right? And then once Esau lifted those restrictions, now they forgot all about it. Now they're in La La Land, right? Each weekend partying. You know, when Pride Month, there's parades for these niggas and shit. Yo, hey, it's all that peaceful spirit right now, man. Everything's peaceful, right? But what's the saying? Before there's always a calm before the storm, man. And there's a major storm that's coming, man. You know, to the point that there's gonna be no escape, like the brother just read.
But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all children of light, and the children of the day.
Yeah,
we are not.
Like we're all the children of the light, man. You know, Yahweh Shai stated that too, right? He said, "Ye are the children of the light. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid." You know, how are we the children of the light? Because what? We possess this word, man. This word is that light. You know, because we are indeed in a gruesome land of darkness, man, where there's no light at all, man. You know, there's little forms of light, you know, pertaining to these different doctrines and stuff, but that's like LED light, you know. It's not that bright light, man, that sunbeam light, man. You know, which is what the scriptures, man. That's why we have that sunbeam light, man, that illuminates everything. You see what I'm saying? You got it.
I'm going to piece up. Isaiah 60 and verse 2 says, "For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee."
Yeah, gross darkness the people, man. You know, why is this world in gross darkness? Once again, because what? The men of sin is ruling, man. Which is who? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. You know, and as Psalms 37 and 35 tells you what? He has spread himself as a green bay tree. He's cast a shadow upon the whole world. Therefore, these people are engulfed in darkness, man. But what? It tells you what? The Lord has risen upon thee. Upon who? The elect, which we hope we're part of, man. You know? That's the one thing Esau didn't think of. You know? He didn't think that the Lord was going to show favor once again to his people. He didn't consider this in his plans when he was concocting these different plans now to keep us in darkness, man. But lo and behold, man, that great exceeding army is standing right in front of your eyes, man.
That's right.
Which you can't fight against, man. You know?
I mean, I got a precept too, because this light is what's guiding us. You know, that it's what's helping us, our steps. You know, guiding us through this dark place, which is America, man. Or you know, in Canada, but still, you know, America. Canada is really an extension of America. Job 29 and verse 2, it says, "Oh that it says, oh that I were as in months past, as in the days when the Most High preserved me, when His candle shined upon my head, and when by His light I walked through darkness." You see, so that's the Lord, man. You know, that's that light that's helping us walk through this darkness. It's through the Lord shining upon our head, man. You know, which is this truth.
Yes, yes. Well, real quick, can I get this shot? This is so like Zephaniah 1. All right, in verse 12 it says, "And it shall come to pass at that time, I will search Jerusalem with candles, and punish the men that are settled under lees, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will He do evil." But the point I want to get from this precept is that what? The Lord is searching Jerusalem, which Jerusalem is a people, for it's a place with candles. And who are those candles? The prophets, man. You know, because once again, what? We have that light. As Isaiah said, the light of the Lord is going to rise upon thee, man.
Right.
That's why with that candlestick, what? That searching Jerusalem are people, man. You know, we're lifting over us like a trump and showing them their sins. Right? Searching to see who's the righteous ones for the sake. Who's worthy of this and who's not. You know, because once the candlestick comes close, man, you know, niggas get scared, man. They start fucking shaking, they're shivering. Now they gotta go walk their fish, you know. Now they come up with all type of excuses just to escape that light, man. You know. No, that wasn't a mind. Yes.
Okay. Back to 1 Thessalonians 5 and 4. "Ye are all the children of the light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of the darkness. Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober."
Yeah, let us watch and be sober, man. How do you become sober? Once again, by taking heed unto the truth, man. That's how you become sober, man. You know? You're not supposed to be, because what does Jeremiah 51 say, man? Does it not say Babylon has been a golden cup? Matter of fact, I'm going to get that real quick. You know, it says Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord of the hand that made all the earth drunken, man. You know, that's why furthermore you need to be sober, because before we came into this, man, hey, we were drunk, man. You know, we were drunk of that Babylon juice, man. You know? But what? Now what? The truth is sobering you up, man.
Right.
You know, it's like you taking the water to sober up, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know? It's also what scriptures are referred to water. Right? Yeah, that's it.
No.
Kind of real quick, this is
living water.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what Yahushua said. Living water. He compared the truth to living water. So if you drink that living water, that's a different type of cleaning, you know? It cleans your entire. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his ways?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Taking heed according to that word.
So that's a different type of cleaning. It's not, you know, it's a different type of sobering up to the point where your outlook on things changes, man. You know? Like, yo. You know?
Mm-hmm. Kind of real quick, this is Jeremiah 51, verse 8. It says, verse 7.
So like, it's to the point where you never want to get drunk again.
Yeah.
You know? Shit. But it was philosophy, you know, the doctrine. You never. Yahushua said that he that drinketh of this water shall never thirst.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, nothing else is gonna satisfy you but that living water, you know, because it's pure.
That's why also what the apostles, you know, they said what to whom when with Yahushua really he asked Peter, and Peter was like, "To whom shall we go?"
Yeah.
That has the words of eternal life. We don't see anything else outside of this, man.
Right.
You know, we're fully persuaded. That's why scriptures tell you have to be fully persuaded, man. You know, there's no plan B's, no plan C's. You know, that's the only water we see. Furthermore, scriptures tell what? Drink waters out of your own cistern. You know, we only focus on this cistern, and it's anything outside of that, man, is bitter water. You don't even want to taste it. You don't even want to come nigh it. You don't even want to smell it. You know. Well, real quick, this is Jeremiah 51 and verse 7. It says, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad, man. Okay, all these nations are mad off the philosophy of Babylon the Great, man, which is America, the hub of wickedness, man. You know, and like I stated earlier, you know, before coming to this, all brothers were sipping that yayan of Babylon, man. That bitter yayan that gives you a major hangover, man. You know, that's why it says the nations are mad, man. Now they're sobering up. Before you sober up, right, you have to get hanged over first. You know, these nations, they're in that hangover stage right now, man. You know, which ultimately they're going to sober up to shoot missiles at the whore, man, because they're going to realize, yo, what you gave me was not for my benefit, man. You know, me having a McDonald's in my country it's not benefiting my people. Now they're all fat and shit. You know, you coming in and giving our women rights and telling them they're equal to the men, it's not beneficial, man. You know, Fatima was in the kitchen before doing my sandwich. Now I come home, she wants to twerk and do all these madness and shit, doing TikToks. You know, these nations, they're realizing, yo, the Babylon's philosophy is not for their benefit, man. Them pushing the LGF5 or whatever down the nation's throat. They're like, yo, this is not beneficial. Okay? So the conclusion they're going to come to is what? Shoot missiles at the horde, man. You know?
1 Peter 4 and 1. For as much then as Hamashiach had suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. For he that had suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin, that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of man, but to the will of the Most High. For the time past of our lives may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles, when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, reveling, banqueting, and abominable idolatries, wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you. So just as the brother said, to the point where now that we come into the truth, we drank of that living water, and now we're sober. We sobered up, and we forsake the ways of the wicked. You know, we're walking after righteousness. Now, these people in the world, they look at us like we're wicked. You know, as it says, he that departed from evil becometh a prey. You know, so again, now we're coming to this truth, and now we want to walk after righteousness, man. You know, we forsake the ways of this world, man, knowing that these things are going to pass away.
Look at what you just quoted real quick. This is Isaiah 59. Yeah, Isaiah 59 and verse 15. It says, "Yea, truth faileth." And why is this truth failing? Because why? Once again, the only thing that's pushing this world is lies and deceit, man. You know, people are not even honest anymore. All right, that's why it tells you truth faileth. Furthermore, the truth is not put on national news, man. You know, here it is, man. Yo, this is the truth that's gonna lead unto life, right? This is this contains secrets, okay, that's supposed to make the society function, you know, the way it's supposed to. But what? People are not taking heed. Right? That's why it's telling you what? Truth faileth, man. You know? It says, "Yea, truth faileth, and he that departeth from evil maketh himself a prey. And the Lord saw it, and it displeased them that there was no judgment," man. You know, and indeed, we have become praise unto the world, man. Okay? Because we're not walking in the vibration of the world anymore, man. You know, we're not walking with these excess of demons on us anymore, man. You know? Because all these niggas in the world, they got demons on them. And when you go conversate with them, they see that you're not on the same level, right? They see that you're vibrating on a whole nother level, right? They're like, yo, what happened with this guy now? What's up with him? You know? I heard he's part of them black Hebrew Israelites now. You know? They start talking shit about you. You know? Hey, but Yahushua prophesied about that, right? He said, when men shall how does it go again? So like when men shall basically take you out of their company, right? Leap for joy, man. You know?
Oh yeah. Luke 6:22. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake.
Yeah, and indeed, that's what these people are doing, man. Right now, it's not on the level that it's supposed to be, because in the times to come, and it's gonna be on a whole other level, man. To the point where they see you, man. They're either gonna try to get at you because Esau has a bounty on your head. It's getting to that time, right? But the point I want to get from that is that what, not to back it up with this, where it says, he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. Now these people they're talking bad shit about you, man. Furthermore, proving that hey, you're doing the right thing. Them talking shit, them putting a stain on your name or whatever, saying, oh, you're a black Hebrew Israelite, you're putting dress on, you're a rapist, whatever that these people are, the slanders that they have, man. Because what? Truth faileth, man. And ultimately they hate us because what? Like I stated, it's for the name of Yahweh Shai's sake, man. That's why they hate us. Yahweh Shai said they're gonna hate us, man. And how that the servant is not greater than his master, man. Yahweh Shai was hated. That's why we're hated, man. You might be the nicest guy, okay? It doesn't matter if you might be the nicest guy. You open doors for everybody. You're peaceable with all men, but they're still gonna find some reason to fucking hate you, man. You're gonna see it on their eyes that they don't like you.
He's too righteous.
Yeah. Because you're a man of no vices to them. So that's why they hate you, man. Hey, John 3 explains that, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that. If there's anything.
To finish, rejoice ye in that day and weep for joy, for behold, your reward is great in heaven. So like the brother was saying, when the whole world actually turns their back on you and casts your name as evil for the Son of Man's name, for the Son of Man's sake, that means that you're on the right path. Because again, as it says, the wide gate, many there be that fall therein and are destroyed, but the straight path, only a few find it. Okay? So when the majority of the world despise you and hate you for this truth, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai, that means you're doing the right thing.
Yeah. Okay? Yeah, because Yahweh Shai said, the prince of this world has nothing to do with me. Furthermore, proving why they hate us so much. Because who are we preaching about? What's our testimony? The testimony that we're speaking about is Yahweh Shai, man. Right? That's why they hate us, man. Because the prince of this world has nothing to do with Yahweh Shai, man. If it's not Satan, man, they don't want to hear it. If it's not Jesus, if it's not any worldly doctrine, they don't want to hear it, man.
Anything but Yahweh Bashem Yahweh.
Mm-hmm.
Anything. To finish up, for in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets. Right?
Yeah, that's what they did to the prophets back then, man. They persecuted the prophets, they hated the prophets. Was that in the time of Samuel's? I don't come to give us good news or bad news, roughly paraphrasing, man. When the prophets entered the scene, man, people were shook, man. That's why whenever they hear the news that wasn't according to their liking, let's stone him. This is blasphemous.
Speaking of evils.
Yeah. They say that about Yahweh Shai. He said he's gonna raise up the temple in 10 days. He says he's gonna destroy the temple that our fathers built.
3 days.
So like in 3 days, the water. In 3 days.
He's calling himself the son of the Most
High. That's blasphemous. This is the son of Joseph. We grew up with him.
Making himself equal to Abraham.
You know what I'm saying? That's them, man. That's them. That's them wicked niggas, man. They're here today. They're the same ones that's gonna come after us, slander our names.
Some of them are already doing it.
Yeah.
Begin with our teachers.
Yeah.
God, it's those same wicked niggas back then, man. They're back here today. Those ones that put Jeremiah in that pit. All the different prophets, man. That got persecuted for preaching this word, man.
And again, it tells you that when you come to serve the Lord, prepare yourself for temptation. Okay, so that all goes into carrying your cross, denying yourself, walking after Yahweh Shai. That's the meaning of it. Knowing that now you're going against the current, you're going against the flow that the whole world is going with. They're following after wickedness, and you're following after righteousness, right? So again, as it says, the sinner is an abomination unto the godly, and the godly is an abomination to the sinner. Roughly paraphrased.
Real quick, I wanted to get this in Chronicles. This is Second Chronicles 36 and verse 15. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai of their fathers sent to them by his messengers, rising up betimes and sending, because he had compassion on his people and his dwelling place." Yeah, when the Lord sends his prophets, man, it's really a act of kindness, an act of mercy, man. You know, when the prophets are out there, that means what? The doors of repentance are open. That means the Lord. That's the Lord stretching out his hand and trying to take you out that pit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but what's our people doing? Man? Get that hand out of here. I don't want that. You know, that's what they're doing, man. Not realizing that this hand that the Lord is giving is for your benefit, is for your salvation, man. But what are they gonna do? It says,
so like it's as if they're drowning. You throw them a life jacket,
mm-hmm.
and they throw they throw it right back at you. Like, yo, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'll make it. I know what I'm doing.
They can't even fucking swim.
True.
But it says, verse 16, "But they mocked the messengers of the Most High and despised his words and misused his prophets until the wrath of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai arose against his people till there was no remedy." Okay, that's what they did. They mocked the prophets, man, and they're doing this to this day. Those same spirits are back here, and they're doing the same thing, man. You know, mocking, misusing the prophets. You know, we're showing them an act of love, of kindness, man. You know, they don't want to hear it, man. But what? It says, hey, till the wrath of the Lord rose upon them till there was no remedy. That's what we're entering into, man. You know, once you don't see us in the streets, man, hey, just know it's done, man. The Most High said, fuck y'all niggas. Alright? You know? Just judgment. Judgment. That's it. That's what it tells you in Jeremiah 15, right? When they come to us, well, let me get that. So let me get that. If you brothers anything, you know. Let me get that real quick. This is Jeremiah 15 and verse 2. It says, "And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, where then shall we go forth?" Right? We're coming to those times. Now they're gonna, once they start seeing things happening, because that's the things with Jake, man. You know? When they see shit happening, when they see that the chastity is coming, that's when they want to turn. Now they're ready to repent, to come back. Right? Right. While before they didn't give a fuck. The Most High was the last thing on their mind. Right? They didn't give a fuck. You know, but once judgment comes, oh, now they want to turn back, right? And then they start looking for the prophets. Oh, yo, what am I supposed to do? What were you saying before, man? How do I get right, man? You know, I stopped eating pork. You know, I stopped watching porn. You know, yeah. You know, but what? This is what we're gonna tell to them, right?
Quick jump in
Yep.
to the point. Psalms 110 and 3. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power.
Yeah, they're gonna be willing in the day of the Lord's power, man. They're gonna be willing. You see? Until they see action, man, until they see shit, people stop dropping left and right, man, that's when they want to get right. You know? Right now they're not ready to sacrifice their life. You know? That's why Jake always waits until like they're fucking old and they're 50s, 60s. Now they're a pastor now. Yeah, now they've been preaching the Lord like they've been doing it for their life. Since the youth, it's like they've been raised in the truth. The Holy Spirit come upon them as soon as they came out the womb, brother.
They spoke in tongues.
You know? That's Jake, man. Until they get to the elderlies, now they're priests, now they're all that. They're all the righteous things. But before that, man, you see a photo of them back then, big, fat, blunt like this. You know?
This was twerking.
You know what I'm saying? But scriptures tell you to come to the Lord while you're in your youth. You know, Jake doesn't want to do that in their youth. They want to do wickedness. They don't want to come in their youth, man. They wait till they're old. You know? If it's not till they're old, it's till they see some shit happening. That's when they want to get right with the Lord, man. You know, that's when they want to be willing. When they see bodies dropping right and left, man. You know? Oh, Jesus. You know?
They also,
the reason why the Lord wants you in your youth, it's like that's when you have your most your strongest strength. You know, your youth is your prime.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, you have the most inquiring mind. Physical wise, you know most fit. You know, you're built. But if you're sacrificing that for Yahweh Shemashai, it's gonna be a precious sacrifice, man. You know, because not many people are willing to give up their youth Because what did they say in the world, man? That's big. Not it's not the same, but the time when you use the time to be free, you know, to do whatever you want to do for that time, you know.
The best times of your life.
The best time of your life. Enjoy it. Not enjoy it while you're young.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy it while you're young. You know. But if you're brought into the truth and you choose to give all that up and really focus on Yahweh Shem El Shai, that's an acceptable sacrifice, man. You know, sweet savor. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Again, it's because our people are backwards. You know, it tells us to seek the kingdom of the Most High first. They wait till they have no other option.
Right.
That's they will go to the government first.
Mm-hmm.
They will go to church first. They might go to even they might go to the Islam, Buddhism. They'll exhaust all their options because they themselves they're wicked. They don't come to the light lest their deeds should be reproved. Because they know that coming after Yahweh Shem El Shai, that demands a change of behavior, a change of mindset. You have to walk after righteousness. You have to have that willingness in you to want to change, and they don't have that. You know, that's the thing that they're lacking. Because every other option doesn't demand you to change, in a sense. Okay, in the sense of you walking after righteousness, you walking after the truth, right?
I mean, I too. You know, like the brother mentioned, all those other aspects of you trying to, you know, seek the Lord or outlets. You know, they don't measure up because look, they're smooth. You know, but when you come to serve the Yahweh Shem El Shai, it's crooked, bro. It's a crooked path. You get tried, you get put through things first to see if you're worthy. But every other, you know, every other teaching or God or philosophy or whatever, like the brother mentioned, you know, Buddha, Islam, or Esau, it's just they accept you like that, how you are. But the Lord purges you first to see what you're really made of, you know. That's why it's crooked. It even says that about wisdom.
Yeah. Sirach 4 and 17. Just to get to the point. For at first she will walk with him by crooked ways, and bring fear and dread upon him.
Right, and the fear of Yahweh Shem El Shai is the beginning of wisdom. That's how you're first introduced to the Lord, to his true nature, you know, to his true character, is by feeling his fear. You know, and I believe every brother that's your first thing when you coming into the truth. You were introduced to the fear of the Lord, man. You've seen things that, you know, you never seen before, man, in the world. And that shook you up. Okay, yo, I know this is the God that I'm hearing about, man. Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai. You know?
And torment him with her discipline until she may trust his soul.
Right. And torment's like, you know, you're getting tortured.
Affliction.
And you see all hell break loose around you. You know, your girl, you know, gets taken. Oh shit. You know,
lose your job.
Yeah, you lose your job. You're at the bottom now. You know, you got nothing.
Your car breaks down.
What, bro? Everything. It's like everything comes at once. You know, that's that torment. Yeah, you're just there like, whoa, what's going on? You know, but that's really a trial, man. You know, you got it.
Okay. Again, it says here, and torment him with her discipline until she may trust his soul, and try him by her laws.
And the torment is eerie. You know, in the movie, it's like, yeah, you know, like you can't take it. You know, but if you can hold on, and bear that torment for a time, you know, then the Lord is gonna accept you. You know, because that's what's required, man. You know, you got it.
Just to finish up, it says, then will she return the straight way unto him, and comfort him, and shew him her secrets.
Right.
So you start with the trial, and then afterwards she's gonna, as I said, comfort you. Okay, knowing that this is not the end, knowing that you have a blessing awaiting for you if you stay in the truth. Right. The same that endured until the end, the same shall be saved.
It's like walking through a tunnel, you know, a dark tunnel, like it's long, but you still see the light at the end, but you don't know what's at the light. You know what I mean? You can only know what's at the light when you walk through the darkness, bro. but you're scared, you know. So you don't know what's gonna come at you. You don't know, if you're gonna fall into, run into something, But if you get through that fear and just whoop, get to the light, you're gonna see, you know, amazing things, man. You know.
Just to back up your brother's point with that precept, every time when I hear that precept, I think about, those different fraternities and the colleges or universities. Before you enter, they put you into a initiation period,
Yeah.
right? When they do all these, how they do it, it's some wicked shit, make you run butt naked on the campus and shit. They do wicked shit, But I'm using it as in like what before they bring you in, they prove you first.
See what you made of.
You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna fold? Does he really want this? Does he really want to join the frat? They try you. They make you do abominable shit. Wicked shit. But on the right hand side, when you come to serve the Lord, it's the same thing. You put an initiation period, man. Where certain things get taken away, right? Certain
they abase you.
Yeah,
they humiliate you.
Yes.
That's the thing. They humiliate you to the point where, like, are you gonna give up or are you gonna keep walking according to this? Are you gonna keep fighting for whatever, be a part of the frat? But that's the same way with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Because that's a great humbling to be. Because in the world, man, like, we know that what's in the world, the lust of the eyes, the pride of life, and the lust of the flesh. So when you start losing things in the world, man, you yourself start feeling bad, and now the rest of the world is looking at you like you're a bum. But that's all the trials that the Lord has set up for us, man. And you might not lose things, but you're still gonna go through hell regardless. We all have to go through that chastisement.
Yeah, the scriptures say that, through much tribulation we shall enter to the kingdom. So, once again, bring it back to the point is that, hey, you're going to get put to that initiation period first, till you get the mysteries, understanding the mysteries and understanding the secrets of the Most High. The Most High is not just going to sup with you if you're not about Him, man.
Right.
If you're not really want this, man. You have to be proven, man. It's with anything. Before you get a job, right? They get the interview, right? The CEO is, they might do, I want this guy. Is what, so on and so forth. Even when you get the job too, there's a 3 months. How you call that? The 3 months
probation.
There's that probation. Because they're testing you to see, is he a good worker? Is he gonna show up?
Is he always late?
Is he always late? Right?
Yeah,
It's the same thing with the Most High, man. That's why wisdom's gonna walk with your quicker ways at first. Take certain things away. Do you really love your girl more than you love the Most High? The Most High is going to try you with those things, man. Because ultimately, we have to present our bodies as a living sacrifice. Forsake everything, man. And not faint. The scriptures also tell you if you faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small, man. So these people that fall out the truth, man, really their strength was small.
Or really they didn't believe either. Because they're like, oh, I don't want to get humiliated. I don't want to get seen as a fool. But if you truly believe in something, bro, you don't care about being humiliated. You're gonna actually be comfortable being humiliated. Like, so what? So what? I don't care, bro.
Because at the end of the day, we know what we're fighting for.
Yeah.
We have assurance of our faith. We know what we're doing. At the end of the day, when Lord willing, we're part of that number. When we get beamed up and get delivered from the nuclear missiles, then who's laughing?
Yeah.
That's the whole purpose. Who's laughing now?
When you're hungry and I have a bite of something, I thought you were laughing at me, no? Yo, trying to take a snap, yeah?
Real quick. 1 Corinthians 4:9. For I think that the Most High had set forth us, the apostles, last, as if it were appointed to death. For we were made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to man. We are fools for Hamashiach's sake, but we are wise in Hamashiach. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised.
Right. So we're a spectacle, bro. It's just best to embrace it. Like, yo, haha, I'm putting on a show. I'm putting on a show for the angels, for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and for men. So I'm just gonna embrace my role, The light's on you, but you're doing it as a fool. Yeah.
Proverbs 15:3. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. So the same way that we're out there in the highways and byways pushing forth the word, making our bodies a living sacrifice, doing what is expected of us as servants of the Lord, it's being noted. Okay, the Lord is writing everything that we do is being written down in the heavens. The same way as these people that scoff and mock, that walk by, that don't pay attention, that don't want to turn to the Lord. Because that's even a worse thing. The Lord is waking you up to the truth, but you still refuse to do the work. You still refuse to watch videos. You still want to be engulfed in the world. The Lord tells us it's either you're hot or you're cold. If you're lukewarm, that's like you're making a decision as well. Okay, the Lord is expecting you to be fully persuaded in your mind. Either you're with Him or you're against Him. There's no in between.
Real quick, I have that word spectacle, and the etymology online. It says, I'm gonna jump down to the point. It says a public show. It says spectacle. It says place from which shows are seen. Yeah, we're a public show unto the world, man. So it's a theater unto them. That's why it tells you what in Ezekiel 33. That people come unto thee as a lovely song. Roughly paraphrasing. They come to this like entertainment. Going to that spectacle, that public show, man. They see this as fun and games. Let me go see what this babbler has to say. That's the mind that they have. That's what vast majority of the times when people come up, that's what they come up in the mindset of, what does this babbler have to say? What's this about? Because when you get into it, when you start, illuminating the light, then now excuses, you're shook up.
Yeah.
That's how it goes, man.
Yeah, because when people are just walking by, like let's say they just walk by the camp, it's like but they don't really, stop and analyze or try to take care of what's being said. It's like, these guys are clowns. If you're just walking by, or you're just driving by, what these guys? It looks like, it looks stupid, but it's not. It's not about what it looks like. It's what's being said. It's what's really being said, bro. Because, as the brother said, if you actually take time to listen to what's being said, you're gonna get shook up. It's gonna rock your world.
Yeah, your food, you start eating food, is tasting different. Your favorite dish now it's abominable. You abhor it now. That's why you're tormented by this word, man. You're like, oh shit, I know this. What the fuck?
It was right. What they're saying is true.
Yeah,
it makes sense. Shit.
My stops by camp. Now he has to ponder if we were right about captivity coming. These guys told me I better start doing push-ups. Shit, man. Are they serious? Goes to bed, he dreams about being in the plantation.
Shit.
That shakes up your whole reality, man.
Yeah, because we're here to break down strongholds, as scriptures say, man. And these people, they not only we're breaking down the strongholds of Esau, but we're breaking down the strongholds in these people's minds, man. Their beliefs, the false beliefs that they have, man. And once you hear the word, man, it rocks that, man. It breaks that stronghold, man. Now all your watchmen, oh shit, what's going on? Oh my God, oh your brain is just it's gone now, man. Now you see things differently now. To a certain extent, of course.
Chopping down that Green Bay tree. That's deep, bro.
Back to the word spectacle. It says here in Matthew 5:14, ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Just as the brother brought that out before, but that again, that's just to show that we're not to hide our wisdom. We're not to hide this truth. We're not to be like that wicked servant that hid his talent. Okay. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on the candlestick, and they give it light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. So ultimately, all that, the fact that we're out there being seen, that we have a great cloud of witnesses is for the purpose of Yahweh Hashem El Shai being glorified. Okay, if not by the people watching, at least by us. It's all for that purpose of exalting the name of Yahweh Hashem El Shai.
Yeah, that's what the message is, man. We're here to preach about Yahweh Shai, man, not ourselves. Because, these Christians, which we had one, pull up at camp yesterday, it's all about their testimony, all about me, but what about Yahweh Shai, man? We're here to preach about Yahweh Shai, man, not ourselves, man. Of course, at times, you have different testimonies that, that might edify the body. You bring it out, right? Like the letters of Paul, right? He brought out, the different accounts where he had different tribulations, to edify the body. Now we look at these things whenever we're going through something, we're like, yo, shit, possible to go through that. Hey, I'm gonna gird up my loins and take it like a champ, man. We know we gotta suffer for the name of Yahweh Shai, right? That's why, you have these different testimonies and different experiences that the prophets went through, that the Lord allowed them to write as they were moved by the Holy Spirit, for us to be comforted in these times, man, whenever we're going through particular things. Because wisdom is indeed experience, right? And wisdom can be passed down. That's why it's a father relationship is very important, man. Because your father gets to pass down his experiences in the world unto you. And makes me think of the book of Tobit, right? Tobit passes experience to Tobias. You see? Is that some?
Looking for something.
Real quick, since I said that, you got it here.
Slovakia.
Real quick, since I said that, I'm gonna get the word wisdom. You got it?
Right, you can get the word first.
And this is the word wisdom and the etymology online. It says knowledge, learning, experience, right? Wisdom is experience. That's why I stated earlier, a experience could be passed down, man. Wisdom could be passed down by you telling your different stories, what happened to you. And I was dealing with this chicken and this happened. Make sure you deal like this with women. Don't do this. Don't give your strength unto women, right? All these different things, When you go to tribulation, make sure you call upon the Lord, because I had a particular account when I was in a bind, and then I called on the Lord. Hey, He helped me, man. You passed on these different things, man. You got it, brother.
Wisdom of Solomon 8. Wisdom of Solomon 8 and verse 7, and it says, and if a man love righteousness, her labors are virtuous, for she teacheth temperance and prudence, justice and fortitude, which are such things as a man can have nothing more profitable in their life. If a man desire much experience, she knoweth things of old.
Yeah, if you desire experience, wisdom knows things of old, man. And what's the ultimate form of wisdom? It's the scriptures, man.
Right.
This contains our whole history, man. Going down to our forefathers, the different things that they had to do, in order to serve the Lord, man. Their mannerism, how they behaved, how they conduct themselves, man. And now we have these things, but that's why scriptures tell you to look into the old paths, those experiences, and seek ye the good way. See how they were behaving. See how they were functioning within society. And you conduct yourself the same way, man.
Says, if a man desire much experience, she knoweth things of old, and conjectureth aright what is to come. She knoweth the subtleties of speeches, and can expound dark sentences. She foreseeth signs and wonders, and the events of seasons and times. That's pretty long. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, she said, experience. She said she foreseeth the future, right? And we have that wisdom to foresee these different futures, man. As we studied this lesson, right, we're going to the signs, right? That's wisdom showing us these signs, man.
1 Corinthians 14 and 26. How is it then, brethren, when ye come together, every one of you had a psalms, had a doctrine, had a tongue, had a revelation, had an interpretation? Let all things be done unto edifying. And that's the whole purpose. We want to edify the body. There's no point of you coming in with your own testimony. Is that going to edify the body? You're talking about your experience and your situation. Is that really going to benefit the person hearing? And again, we don't come preaching our own story. Yes, sometimes you might be able to do a video pertaining to your situation, because the whole purpose of you bringing out that information is to build up the next person, the hearer. Okay, we're not just gonna come up and talk about our life. Oh, today I woke up and I started brushing my teeth, and then oh, the spirit hopped on me to use to use the mouthwash, and then and then I moved on, and then instead of cooking my chicken, I went with beef because oh, the spirit told me. We're not gonna do all that stuff. We're gonna come and push forth the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai. Okay, but even like the brother mentioned, the stories of the prophets, even the whole histories and things of that nature is for the edification purposes. Okay, so what we're doing all things unto edifying.
Yeah, that's right. Let me get this. I quoted it earlier. Let's see back here. This is the book of Jeremiah. Salakia. I know it's in the book of Jeremiah. Bear with me for a minute. Yeah, this is the book of Jeremiah 6 and verse 16. It says, Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. We're supposed to see the old paths, like I stated earlier. That's the form of us, girding our loins like a man, because once again, men back then, they were way stronger, mentally, physically, and we have to conduct ourselves the same way, right? Because we're gonna enter into the times the scriptures speak about how that we're gonna thy children shall be as aforetime, right? Meaning our strength is gonna be renewed to the days of old. Before we gain that strength, it comes, with that mentality first, man. Before you start something, you start it mentally, right? Before you go to the gym, right? Let's say you want to start working out now. Well, you prepare yourself mentally first.
Starts with a thought.
Yeah, it's the same thing before we enter into the kingdom, man. Our mind has to be ready. All right, and how do we get our minds ready? By seeking the old paths, right? By going through tribulations, all these different things that revolves around the truth, man.
Second Ezra 14 and 13. Now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people, comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. Let go from thee mortal thoughts. That's the way the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature. So again, that mentality. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein.
Yeah, only more evils are coming, man. That's why, as the brother read, you're supposed to put off the old nature, put off the weak nature, salakia. All these different worries that you have, bills, right? You worry about your bills, you're worrying about this. How am I going to pay for the car? How am I going to pay for this? All these fleshly worries. Put them off, man. Hey, the Lord said, cast your burdens upon me. Being in this truth, we're really supposed to live day to day, man. And then when you start pondering upon these different problems, man, really it hinders you, man. Now you put yourself in that sunken place. You're like, yo, what am I going to do? Yo, shit.
It gives place to doubt.
Yeah, it gives place to doubt for more demons to come in, man. But it happens sometimes, but you got to catch yourself and remember, put your burdens on Yahweh Shai, man. Because we know greater evils are going to come. If I can handle this now, hey, how am I going to be like in the time of Jacob's trouble if I can deal with bills and stuff of that nature? How am I going to be in when Jacob's trouble is here, man? How am I going to be stable if I'm worrying about these problems that's not really a major like this, man? Put your burdens upon Yahweh Shai, man. All right? He knows what you need. It's like he knows what you need, man, in that specific time when you're going through something, man. Okay?
So, do you have something to go?
No.
Okay. Hebrews 12 and 2. Now looking unto Yahweh Shai, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High. For consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be weary and faint in your mind.
Yeah.
Ye have not yet resisted unto blood, striving against sin.
Yeah, remember Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? No other men on the planet Earth went through what Yahweh Shai went through, man. You know, so whenever you're going through something, think about Yahweh Shai, man. You know? And the things he had to endure, man. The cross, the ridicule, you know? The ridicule that he had to go through, man. That's major ridicule he had to go through, man. You know, when he was on the cross, when that say, if you're the Son of God, come down from the cross. Yo, that's major ridicule, man. You know, but he had to go through that in order to be sat down at the right hand of the Heavenly Father, man. You know, so when you're being ridiculed, being the highways and hedges, right? Just think about Yahweh Shai. He had to be ridiculed, man. He had to be made a spectacle unto the world, man. You know, think about those things, man. It's gonna bring comfort. It's gonna, yo, shit, yeah. What I'm doing, man, is gonna bring a reward, man. Fuck these niggas. Fuck these, what these other people think, man. You know, because Jake, they don't want to come out because they don't want to be ridiculed. But Yahweh Shai had to be ridiculed, man. You know.
Matthew 26 and 52. Then said Yahweh Shai unto him, put up again thy sword unto his place. For all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword. Thinkest thou not, thinkest thou that I cannot pray to my Father, and he shall presently give me more than 12 legions of angels? But how then shall the scripture be fulfilled, that thus it must be? So again, everything for prophecy's sake. Yahweh Shai endured the death of the cross. Why? For prophecy's sake. Okay, even if he could have called for an army of angels to come and deliver him, he didn't do it. He even had spiritual powers, man. He didn't have to go with those soldiers. He could have just used his spiritual powers, because he already there was an instance where he actually just disappeared. You know, he could have just, but for prophecy's sake, he endured, man. Okay.
And just the fact he healed the soldier's ear, man, that shows you he had power, man. Mm-hmm. You know, he could right there, he could have just, boop, boop, you know. Mm-hmm. But he knew, hey, he had to go through that path, man. You know, you can't enter any other way into the kingdom, man. All right, you have to go into the straight gate. Okay, Yahweh Shai knew this. He had to go to that straight gate, man. You know, he could have called 12 legions of angels. He could have, called fire from heaven and burned them soldiers right there, man. You know, but he understood. He understood that, hey, prophecy has to be fulfilled, man. You know.
And if you read the stories of Yahweh Shai, often says, thus the scripture is fulfilled. You know, after Yahweh Shai did something, thus the scripture was fulfilled. You know,
yep,
proving that he came to fulfill prophecy.
Yeah,
His Father as well.
Yeah, he did say, I am not come to destroy the prophets, I come to fulfill the law. Right? He came to fulfill what, he had to suffer, man. You know?
Philippians 2 and 5. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Okay, we are having the same mind. It says that we have the mind of Yahweh Shai. Okay? Who, being in the form of the Most High, thought it not robbery to be equal with the power, but made himself of no reputation, and took upon him the form of a servant, and was made in the likeness of man. And being found in the fashion as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient unto death, even to the death of the cross. So even as we have to strive for the truth even unto death, okay? And even as it says, some of us are going to be cast into prison, and the Lord said, what? Endure unto death, and I will give you a crown of life. Okay, so the same mindset that we have for this truth, it's like the same mindset that Yahweh Shai had to fulfill prophecy, the same mindset that we must have to fulfill the will of the Lord, man. Okay.
Yeah, so he says, real quick. Yahweh Shai was also saying, "Let thy will be done, Father." Right? Hey, he didn't even want to go on the cross. Remember, he went to in the was it the Garden of Gethsemane?
Yeah.
You know, he was sweating blood, man. You know, he kept on praying, if it's of your will, man, let this cup be taken away from me. But he didn't get any answer. right? Then he understood, yo, yeah, I gotta drink the cup, man. I gotta go through this, man. You know, it was what thy will be done, man. You know, and we're in the same step too. We're telling you, Yahweh Shai's will be done, man. Right? Whatever I have to go through, hey, so let it be. You know, but there was a point of that precept said he had to be humiliated first, man. Right? Because we know scriptures tell you before honor is humility. So this is that humiliation period that we have to go through, man. Right? Then after, we're gonna receive the crowns, receive the honor, man, and it's gonna be that much, the much more joyous, right? Because you have to go to something in order to gain the honor, man. You know, it brings a kind of like a rep, you could say, you know, value to it. You know, so a lot together.
Wherefore the Most High had also highly exalted him, to give him a name which is above every name, that at the name of Yahweh Shai every knee should bow, of things in heaven, and things in earth, and things under the earth, and that every tongue should confess that Yahweh Shai HaMashiach is Lord, to the glory of the power of the Father. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
Yeah, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, man. That's the really, you know, that's all brothers are doing, man. We're working on our own salvation, man. You know, you're not supposed to be, you know, like the brother in the past used to says, ride on the brother's, what do you say, coat tail, something like that. You know, you have to do this.
Of his works.
Yeah, you know, things of that nature, man. You have to do this thing for your own, man. For you to get a seat in the fathership, man. You know.
Let's see if I can find it. See, I'm looking for something, but Ezekiel 14 and 14, though these three men, Noah, Daniel, and Job, were in it, they should deliver but their own souls by their righteousness, said the Lord. So again, serving the Lord with fear and trembling and seeking that own salvation. Okay, all the works that you do, they will follow you, but the works your works will follow you, not the works that you've done with the brothers, not the works that someone else done. Let's say you were behind the camera, you know, or whatever, you know, your works are gonna follow you. What you've done is gonna follow you. Okay.
Yep, that's right.
That's it on that.
Close up.
Yeah.
Hey, so with that, man, you know, we're gonna close it off here. All right, beginning all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakab Kodash. Hey, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. All right, until next time, I say shalom.
Shalom.
Jesus.